Kurt Brodlington in Lights, Camera, Action.
Hey everybody, this is Games Plus James, and welcome to my Ludum Dare game, Lights, Camera, Action. So this is the game I built this past weekend on Ludum Dare. I live streamed the whole stuff on twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames, and if you want to see games being developed in general over there, head on over there. I stream every week, at least 3 times a week, usually Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, and you can join in and have some fun along the way. But today we're going to take a look at this game that I made, Lights, Camera, Action. So I'm just going to start a new game here. We're going to play a little bit of it. It's time for action. Kurt Brodlington, the name of our character in the game, is making a new high-budget action film, but the studio wants it to get a low age rating so they can make more money. PG films are where the big bucks are, they say. So I'm not going to read through the whole description here or anything, or read through our controls because it's fairly straightforward.
Action.
But the basic idea of the game is that it's a side-scrolling little beat-em-up game. You can punch and do some little attacks, but we can also...
I have a knife, you have a body. Let me take a stab at it.
We can also do some cool little action movie quotes that were all suggested by people in chat while I was working on the game. We can destroy some objects, pick up some items.
Die sometime.
You can see in the top corner we have a current rating of G. And the goal of the game is to keep your rating as low as possible while doing some action hero quotes and beating up some bad guys. But if you beat up bad guys while, for example, you're holding this knife, that'll do damage. You can see we get little messages: too much blood, you're going to get us in trouble. You can't be causing blood and stuff like that. So
and you
pick
can
up some health from here. Let's see what else we can find inside these boxes. Kind of randomly drop things.
The champ
Some candy floss.
here.
Kids like candy floss, so it puts your rating down.
You cannot match my style.
And the idea also is that when you beat up a bad guy, you want to try and time your quotes so that you get to say a cool action movie quote after you defeat an enemy. So, for example, if I punch this guy here, oh no, if I do it well, I wasn't.
Go.
There we go, we got them guys.
Punk this.
If you say a little quote like that, you see up here in the top, our little one-liner multiplier goes up. So every time you beat up a bad guy and do a little quote, or if you beat up an item like this,
I just bought some new knuckles. Let me show them to you.
it'll put up your little multiplier there as you go along. And the idea being, if you can chain a few together like that, you can get a multiplier of up to 5, and that means it'll put up your action points at the top. And then at the end of the game, based on your action points and whatever your current rating is, you'll get a high score of how much your epic new movie can earn out there in the big wide world.
Is here. Time for you to make a bank deposit, friend, to the blood bank.
And that's pretty much the main mechanics of the game. It was a fun experience making this game. I've never really messed around too much with a beat 'em up game, but it was a bunch of fun. As I said, we did it all on twitch.tv/GamesPlusJames, where we regularly do game development streams, working on new things, planning tutorials and stuff like that. So if you want to see some new tutorials being worked on, head on over to the Twitch channel
make like a
and you can
tree
check it out.
and get
And there'll be lots more to come over there, and lots more fun to be had. So I'm not going to play through this whole demo. I'll let everybody check it out for themselves, and if you want to check the game out, there'll be a link down below in the description to the Ludum Dare website page where you can check it out and download it for yourself. Play through the demo, see if you can make it to the big boss, and see just how much you can make your fantastic new action film earn out there in the big wide world. And most importantly, throw out a few action movie quotes.
The name's Brodlington. Kurt Brodlington.
Some of which are pretty random and pretty funny. People in chat are pretty inventive, I will say that. But yeah, so for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you all very soon for more Games Plus James goodness.
Do you know what happens to a punk when struck by Kurt? The same thing that happens to everything else.